Do you want to know the basics on how to create models in the style of Hytale? I'm going to talk about a defined art style, the 4 pillars of art, technical aspects like geometry constraints and a helpful plugin, the desired proportions for your models, and how many triangles. This video is based on a blog post from Hytale's website. Let's begin. Hytale's art style. They describe the art style as a modern, stylized voxel game with retro pixel art textures. Now on to the art pillars of Hytale. There are 4 of them: immersive, fantasy, stylized, and flexible. The first pillar is about making the world feel alive and not pulling you out of the immersion. I think that's the core and the most important, because Hytale is an RPG. What they want the players to feel and why. Fantasy is the theme, the settings they want the game to take place in. They further explain Hytale is deeply fantasy, but it isn't limited to the core medieval fantasy world of Orbis. Their art style remains recognizable and consistent across universes, stories, and themes. Each character they create has a unique personality and twist, even when they reuse popular archetypes. Stylized. This is reflected in their proportions, color palette, and stylistic choices. Their models should be iconic and easily recognizable so that players can read the world they are moving in, no matter how cluttered the space is. Simplicity is key. This does not mean low quality, and it takes many iterations to achieve. They carefully select which parts of the geometry to keep and which to discard in order to achieve consistency. And flexible because the models are made of simple cubes and quads. It is simple to understand how a model is made. For the goal of Hytale to empower user creativity. Like for Minecraft modeling, you also use Blockbench, and they made an official plugin to help you on your creative journey. The official Hytale Blockbench plugin will not only help you by only letting you create with the allowed shapes, it also helps you to maintain a consistent pixel ratio across textures, alongside other quality of life improvements that are detailed in their plugin patch notes. Here's an example of the player's hierarchy in Bones in Blockbench. As mentioned previously, you don't have to worry about the constraints if you use the project types the plugin provides. Hytale models support any rotation of cubes and quads. Hytale is here more flexible than modeling for Minecraft. Here they show 4 types of triangle count, from most common with least triangles to least common with most triangles. Artists should make sure that the models are highly optimized according to these 4 tiers. High-price models shouldn't have many triangles, but rare used models can have under 400. And the relation between how often they're used, let's recap. We talked about the basics, how to create models for Hytale's art style. The art pillars are immersive, fantasy, stylized, and flexible. We talked about how useful the official Hytale plugin is, with ensuring geometry constraints and pixel ratio that the model is compatible with Hytale. Link to the official Hytale Blockbench plugin in the description. You now have an introduction to creating models in the game's art style. And you don't have to wait for the 13th January, you create your models now.